Welcome to Transformers Masterpiece Theater. I'm the Rusty Mechanic. This video is brought to you by Madhaus Collectibles.
Tell me where to find Ultra Magnus!
Let's just do a review video, okay? Look at the cartoon accuracy. Truly another Fan Toys masterpiece. Let's compare this to his cartoon rendering. You got the silver face, purple eyes, and helmet that makes up the head, so very nice head sculpt. Chest and arms, the coloring and the lines in the arms is a match, even down to the small circle in the biceps. There's even some additional detailing in the elbow when it's bent like this to show some gearing, so that's a nice touch. There is a small issue with his arms that they do have a tendency to collapse upwards when you're working with the articulation. It's a very minor complaint, it's just something to be aware of. Details in the upper chest include the circles that are on either side of his chest that make up his chest muscles. He does have the two purple squares in the middle. Detailed lines in the torso match with the cartoon rendering. Gray outline that goes out around the chest and down into the hip plates. There are these two purple squares that kind of look like cassette tapes or unhappy faces. I don't know. What I do know is it can't be unseen. Not sure what Fan Toys was going for here with the dots and the lines and the squares. But anyway. There's the three purple plates that cover the knee and the shins. Finally, there's the feet made up from the cab, which I think shows the most details in this figure. You've got the cab windows, the wipers, the lights on top of the cab, the horns in between the lights, and the three wheels that go down the side, and even the headlight and the grille in the front. Some of the other nice details that you don't see is during the transformation that the headlight and the wheels down the side actually fold away into the cab and the trailer, and they get replaced by larger rubber tires that are more in scale with his alt mode, almost like a type of a mass displacement effect, which I thought was actually a really cool touch or detail on the figure. The only thing I think they did miss was the coloring the legs, but they do make up the front half of the trailer, which is gray with the purple stripes, so I think there was a bit of a compromise there. And yes, he does have a giant backpack going on here. This is all the paneling that makes up the back half of the trailer, and I mean, seriously, this doesn't look that bad. It's nicely tucked away, folded down, tabbed together, locked into place. And the more and more that you look at it, I mean, the more and more it just makes sense. Let's just quickly go through the articulation. Head is on a ball joint, so it rotates 360 degrees. There is no head tilt forward because of the helmet, and it only tilts back that much. Arms are on a ratchet joint and rotate 360 degrees. Shoulders are on a ratchet and rotate up that much. Bend at the elbow is more than 90 degrees. Bicep rotation, 360. Wrist rotation is 360. All the fingers are on individual joints with double pivots at each knuckle. And the thumb is on a ball joint in the hand and a pivot joint just at the ball joint as well. So lots of articulation there. Ab crunch is actually two positions. There are two tabs here on the side that actually lock this into place. No hip pivot at all. He does have a hip rotation. It does get impeded by the backpack because of the side of it, but he does get about 30 degrees either way. Hip plates in the front, one on each side. Hip plates in the side, also one on each side. Leg pivot to the rear. It's a good ratchet, but it only comes back about this far. Does rotate all the way to the front, and again, very nice stiff ratchet joint. Does have a full spread with the leg. There's a thigh rotation and a shin rotation as well, which also goes 360. Knee is on a double ratchet, so it bends all the way back to there. And finally the feet. There is some forward movement with the foot. It does have a decent angle rotation in, a little bit of a rotation angle out, and a little bit back. For some of his accessories, he does come with this alternate angry face, which is fairly easy to swap out. There's a few steps to it. It does go like this. You want to press on the back of the outside of the helmet while pushing in on the face. That just gets the front of the helmet to slide forward. Just pull the helmet forward. Back part of the helmet comes off these pegs, just pull it back. And then the top part of his head comes off his forehead. You do just have to get in behind there. It is just a couple of pegs and a tab. So it does just slide right off. And then once you have all that off, you can tilt the head back and you just pull the face off. And it's just a big peg and a small peg that go into the holes there. And then you just take the alternate face, slide it right in. Like that. Helmet goes, forehead goes on top. Back part of the helmet. Again, just slides onto the two pegs on either side. And then the front half of the helmet goes over top, slides into place, give it a push from the front, and it locks it in. And voila, you have an angry Roadking. A couple other accessories are his weapons, so it's laser rifle, and he comes with this sword as well. Both of them very G1 accurate, as you can see from the picture. And both weapons do very easily tab into the figure. They have a tab on either side of the handle, so they can peg into either hand. There is a slot in the hand here, so you simply open up the fingers, of course, and press this into that space. Wrap the fingers around the weapon, and you're done. Now, the thing I do like about this particular rifle is, again, the attention to detail on this, but as you'll see, the trigger on the rifle is actually right in behind where his trigger finger would be. So again, that type of attention to detail, very impressive. Quick size comparison. Here's MP47 Hound, MP21 Bumblebee, and MP22 Ultra Magnus. And if we take a look at Mike Lorber's G1 size and scale chart, we can see Roadking is almost the same height as Ultra Magnus on the chart, and the two figures are also pretty much the same size. So again, Fan Toys bang on with their size and scaling of the figure to the Masterpiece line. Really nice looking alt mode, which appears to be very close to a Kenworth K100 cab over semi-truck. Fan Toys trying to stay as close to the cartoon as possible while bringing some real-world details into this mode. Cab has some very nice details like I discussed before, but it really comes together in this mode. The chrome grille, the smokestacks, purple windows, the mirrors which are die-cast, and all the detailing on the sides that includes like the rivets and the doors and the venting that you see on the K100, so really nice. Stripe down the side of the trailer is a match to the cartoon, even the spacing in the stripe near the back third of the trailer and the larger spacing that's at the front third. Tires are actual rubber and have some nice tread detailing. The only thing I didn't like with this mode was all the paneling in the trailer. They did a great job of getting the whole thing, the whole trailer to collapse down into Roadking's backpack. The compromise here is that there's a lot of paneling going on. It all pegs and clips and tabs together really, really well, but that paneling is very apparent. Underside is very clean, no kibble at all. Some of the features in this mode, the rear door does open, but there's not much you can do there. There are some details inside the trailer when you open the door, but just inside the trailer you can see the head and shoulders of Roadking. Nice feature for the weapons, you can actually store the weapons underneath the trailer. Unfortunately, the alternate face can't be stored anywhere, so I'm sure that this will be the first thing on this guy that I lose. I mean, I suppose I could just toss it inside the trailer. Quick size comparison for this mode. Here's MP21 Bumblebee. Here's Hasbro's MP06 Blue Streak. And finally, here's MP22 Ultra Magnus. Overall, another amazing figure from Fan Toys. I'm really looking forward to see the rest of the Demolition Derby, aka the Stunticons. If you're a fan of this group of combiners, definitely go out and get this guy. You will not be disappointed. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the other upcoming videos I've got planned. Be sure to check out all the links down below in the descriptions for Mike Lorber, Madhaus Toys, and of course make sure to hit that like button down below. Helps out a lot. Thanks a lot, guys.